masters ni kujituma. Let's just say like hiyo ni kujituma, because what you are doing in masters is not what you're doing in undergrad, because you remember like we will still do 7 units but utapata time ya sherehe, utapata and then
Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Annie Cynthia, and today is a very special day because I'm filming with my classmates, and this happens to be our last day in the semester. Guys, how do you feel? So yeah, we're just here to share our journeys and let you know what you'd like to know about a master's program in KU. So girls, if you don't mind, introduce yourself.
Hey guys, I'm Elsie. Yes.
hey guys, I'm Noreen.
Hey guys, I'm Angela. I'm born again.
Hi, my name is Yvonne Kare.
Hi, my name is Mwende Makau.
Okay, so I posted something on the internet, not really on the internet, on the social media, asking you guys to post your questions, what you'd like to ask us. And so the first question was from my friend Tessie. She was concerned, when you finish your masters, what are your plans? Would you go into employment or would you like self-employ? Like what's your picture? What's your vision? Anyone?
I think for me, because I'm already working, I will work on my PhD. I'm thinking of just finishing school first and then getting on with life later.
Great, guys. So, anyone else?
I think I'll focus on both employment and also my own business. Yeah.
I think the same goes for all of us.
So yeah, guys, it's the same for most of us, because you may go into self-employment, that wouldn't be enough, but then it's just a matter of you deciding what will work for you, right? So another question was from my friend. He's called Emoji. He was asking, what are the pros and cons of doing masters without a background of the industry's experience? Like, I would explain this point this way. Like, for example, some of us have just completed university immediately and you're coming to do masters. Would you prefer like an industry experience first before going into education?
For me, I think the sooner you just start, the better. Yeah.
I think I have a different experience because I joined masters after I had been working for 1.5 years during the corona period. So for me, the industry experience has been great. Has been really easy for me to work with the units and the projects that we have. So maybe I would advise the other side of having the experience. It's good because now you tend to understand more of what you want to do out there. What's the difference between what is going on in the industry and what is taught in school?
Yeah, I also agree with Noreen. For me, it worked. I think about 5 months, and what we are studying, in masters is what I applied back in the job area. So I would say go do a little bit in the industry, I think maybe 6 months, because the more you grow old, hey, school is so hard. Yeah. Someone else, you think the same too, right?
Yeah.
Like going, like having an experience in the industry before before all that. So guys, I think this is you think differently, sure. Okay, tell us your opinion.
Well, for me, I think it depends with your plan. Like, if you're planning on building on academia, for example, you want to be a lecturer, maybe just come to school and study first. But if you want to, what is it called? Like, if you want to be in the industry doing something, then maybe try the industry first and even see whether master's is necessary or not.
So guys, a fun fact is that Angie is teaching in KU. Tell us more, tell us more.
Guys, gosh, why are you putting me on the spot? Okay. Um, yeah, I'm a teaching assistant in KU, and it's an interesting experience. Yeah, like this year I just taught first years, teaching them what I learned in undergrad. So I think it's an interesting experience. Yeah. Mm.
So I know some of you are wondering if all of us studied in KU, no? I studied at Maseno University. I completed in 2019. I'm not gonna tell my age, but I'm young. I'm young. I'm young at heart. Yeah, I'm young at heart, and yeah, we we're just thankful to our parents for believing, taking us through this other journey, because maybe they see the picture, yeah. And if you don't mind me asking, guys, would you mind telling people, like, not really your family background, but do you have someone in your family that you looked at and you're like, I want to go and study, maybe an educational background? Myself, my dad is a lecturer at Moi University. Uh, he teaches computer science, so we've drifted apart in terms of careers, but yeah. Someone else? Did someone in your family inspire you or something?
For me, it's my mom. She did her master's, finished late, like after we've all been born and we're big people. So I think for her, she was just trying to push us to go back to school on time. So for me, my parents pushed me to come back to school, and that's why I came back to do my master's.
The reason I came to do my masters, or
Who
generally.
inspired you? Like,
Oh, so mine is kind of tricky. My mom started.
I was supposed to do form because like me and Max are best friends. But I didn't want to, like, since I was in primary I've always wanted to be a fashion designer. So that's what I pursued. And then when I was about to finish, when I knew she was doing this, she did like a course in dressmaking, but she never practiced it. She always wanted to be a business person. So yeah, so I'd say like my coming to school, like learning it's a passion, learning about fashion. It's a passion, something I think about. No one in the family has achieved much as far as I don't like my nuclear family, but my parents really encouraged me to pursue it while I'm young, because when you let a few years pass by, your motto ya kusoma, it just dies down. You get on the hustle, work. Yeah. But with masters, it gives you an added advantage. And when you pursue even your PhD, like some of us are willing to, you will find that you have more opportunities placed before you. And that's amazing.
okay. So another question. What's your highlight in this master's program? Like your highlight unit, what did you like the most? Personally, hey, I really struggle with theory courses. I thought my whole idea when coming to do masters was that it would be mixed up, but it's more of, they're calling you a scholar, they want you to read more. So what was your highlight unit? For me, I would say last semester. I really loved the unit computer application and creative fashion design. I will show pictures of what I did, but that was the highlight. I love practical courses, practical units. So yeah. Does anyone want to share his or her? His. Oh, guys, we are only girls. We're encouraging men to come and join our classes.
Yeah, somebody should study that. Why men don't? Why we don't have so many men
But they'll
doing
say
masters?
fashion because like other ninis kuna men. In other courses kuna men, but fashion.
I
besides
think
that,
the okay, the world's first tip is fashion is a chicks course. Yeah, that's the world's perspective. Like
yeah,
it is,
it's actually a
but like
misconception.
mostly people,
Mm.
like even at like Ushago, Africa in an African setup. Let me just say, in a traditional African setup, they normally say if I was a dude and I wanted to do fashion, my traditional African parents will be like, ai, hiyo ni kosi ya wasichana, mbona unataka kufanya hiyo? You see, so I feel like it's like something about tradition, but yeah, culture. So you wanted to add something?
What was the question?
Um, I think for me, my highlight, like Cynthia, was illustration, mostly computer application, and also creative fashion design. Yeah.
I think that's we liked it. All of us. Did you? Mine was statistics. I loved statistics because of the lecturer. I think she teaches really well, so it's just easy to understand, easy to do the exam. So for me, the best one was statistics in my
I mean, teaching
opinion.
statistics like online.
Yeah.
Princess.
My highlight.
Yeah.
Na niliambia watu naitwa Mwende Makao. Sasa hii princess. So my highlight was computer aided design and fashion psychology. Yes, because I think partially because I felt really connected with the lecturer. She's very, I don't know, you understand, and I don't know, there's something, she makes you even love the subject. I loved creative fashion too, but I felt like I had a challenge from coming in late and struggling to catch up. But yeah, it was all good.
Yeah. So, guys, another thing about us is that the three of us, there are three of us are finishing up our master's course, but others still have one semester. So if you are curious why, it's because KU has two intakes in September and in January. So depending on what intake you'll come in, that's where you'll start from. So some of us began in semester 1 and the others join us in January. So girls, this has not all been easy. It's not the title telling someone you're doing masters is like ish, but then come and experience the journey. Oh my, I broke down last semester. I broke down at some point, and just having the company of you, like a class, it's really, 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 yeah. Because sometimes you've not finished up your work, and then you have this gang, which most of them are calling pia sisi hatujamaliza, you know. Yeah, and then with masters, it's not like, it's not undergraduate where your parent is paying you all bills. Some of us are working while studying. So can you share some of the journeys, ama that point where you broke up? I broke up one time. As I said before, I really struggle with reading, but I'm getting to that point. And yeah, just share your journeys, Elsie. You're not talking.
Wow, okay, for me, I joined late. And it was very, very tough. The first weeks were tough, but these girls, God bless you girls, because you guys helped me a lot, a lot, catch up, nini, nini. I had to quit work at some point because it got tough. So I had to choose one, but hopefully I'll just get back on track and all that. It's really tough. It's really tough. Don't think it's not tough. And I think this is the easiest part because bado thesis, the coursework is the easiest, but it was kind of tough for me. But my classmates really helped me, and I'm really thankful for that. Narine?
I think for me, the hardest part was last semester. I took on way too much. First of all, I was doing 7 units, which is a bit much, and then I was also working, and at the same time, I was having a short course from a university in Netherlands. So it was a bit too much. So I had to do a lot of sleepless nights. Sometimes I feel like I want to cry, but then you are like, hii masomo lazima iishe. So you're like, you just you keep working until there's a day. I think our last semester day, we were still here doing our work from school the last day. Yeah, we were all here up to like 5, 6, and then we ended up going home because we had not even completed the work.
Guys, let me highlight. I never went home for December holidays. I didn't go home. Where hey, it's a struggle. We're all sharing struggles because it's not easy for all of us. So everyone is talking when they
It was a struggle, but when you're struggling, you don't think of it too much, because if you do, you will not be able to continue. You have like a lot of workload in front of you. But I think what kept me going the most, obviously, God and my classmates Noreen and Cynthia and Liz, who's not here with us.
Hey Noreen. Yes, hi Liz. And our new student, hi Mwende. So, masters.
I had brought for you pancakes. Imagine. Are we still coming tomorrow?
They really encouraged me, and I, yeah, and we were like a team, and that gave me so much strength, even with the struggle with studying.
I think master for fashion, because fashion is practical course. I think masters ni kujituma. Let's just say like hiyo ni kujituma, because what you are doing in masters is not what you're doing in undergrad. Because you remember like we will still do 7 units, but utapata time ya sherehe. Utapata si ndio? And then sayo all of the units have like practicals and projects, but time kama unataka sherehe utapata. Sai you sacrifice even your sleep. Like me personally, the time nimekuwa semester, me if I sleep more than 5 hours, I feel like it's illegal. Where like I remember I was telling a friend the other day, like me sleeping more than 5 hours, I'll feel like it's illegal. Like ndakwa I haven't finished my project ama nini nini. So masters tu ni kujituma. And then if you have like good classmates like us, we are united. We are united. Like if you're not giving work today, tuna agree sisi watatupeani leo. Hakuna ule mtiaji ati tunasema ati wase tupeleke Friday, unasikia mtu amepeleka kesho. Like hiyo ndo napenda about us, we are united. Yeah, so fashion to like a practical course, especially do like us you're doing is full time. See lati you do evening classes and then you can work. Even me, I had to sacrifice my job. It was either job or school. So masters and a practical course ni kujituma tu. Yeah.
I think nyote umesema challenges academics. Me personally, mine was financially, because now when you come to do your masters, like wazae sasa wanaona you're a grown up, like find some money, so right now you're paying your own rent, you're feeding yourself, you're sustaining yourself. So projects, buying materials and all. So you just have to try work at the same time, study, find that balance to get that money to pay, and yeah, to survive. So that's my challenge.
Social life. Yeah.
Yeah, social life. Would you mind? Would you mind talk about social life? So there are some people who are curious, guys. How is social life in this master's period journey?
You automatically become an introvert.
Yeah.
But we have each other. We have each other.
Yeah.
We have each other. This is our social life.
Yeah. So, talking of challenges, would you recommend a master's program to someone else?
So I remember, when was it? Like 3 weeks ago, I was telling my mom, "Hey, mom, why did I come back to do masters? I should have just done something else." So I think it's not for the faint-hearted. It really isn't. Like, you have to put your mind there and be in it, because it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot, and coursework is not everything. Three of us wamemaliza coursework, but sasa there's now the major work, yeah, the digging. So yeah, I mean, think about it and decide whether you're ready to put in the work and the sacrifice. Like we're saying, social life, some people have to give up their jobs to do it. So it's not an easy thing. Consider all that before you decide to come back. Oh, definitely I would. Not to everyone, but I would, depending on your path and what you want to pursue. I definitely would.
I think I'd also recommend, if you have the ability the capability, like financially and everything, I'd recommend, because I have friends who'd like to do masters but they don't have money, so they prefer to work and get cash so that they can come. But if you're financially stable, if like you can get cash to do masters, I think I'd prefer you do masters, because huko nje ni kutaf. Niko tough. Like I can speak like on experience. A normal graduate, an undergrad, like if you have a degree and you don't have experience, like the maximum you can be paid, say Nairobi, maximum ile like maximum ni 20 Gs, 20,000. They can't go like hapo, na hiyo saa hiyo like hiyo si net, haijakuwa taxed. So you can imagine sahi na bei ya kila kitu 20 Gs, hata ukishalipa nyumba, stima na maji ni hivyo. You don't have food. You don't even have money for transport. Yeah, so if you do masters unakuwa upgraded, unaona. So even if you put it in your CV, mtu akikuconsider atakuwa like amefanya masters, unaona. So yeah, hopefully the payment will be the same. Yes, please, amen.
I have nothing more to add on that.
Yeah, investing in education. Okay, for me, I'd have a different opinion. I would, like, I'm at yes, I'm at no, because okay, for me, I really liked as I said, I love practical. I'm the artistic person, but the conditions in Kenya imetuweka in a way that even when you're doing your passion, it may not be able to sustain your bills. So I think you coming to do masters, in as much you'll have challenges, just look at the end picture, right? So yeah, and then okay, this is something related to fashion. My undergraduate classmate asked, what would you what is the best way of curbing second-hand clothes and be able to strengthen the Buy Kenya and Build Kenya? I repeat, what is the best way of curbing second-hand clothes?
I think government policy.
Yeah.
I think government policy would be the most important factor, first of all. So if we don't have like the support from the government, then you keep finding the cartels, as we like to call them, keep bringing in the second clothes. So now we can't really advocate for build Kenya, because everyone is like, why would we build Kenya and we can access Mutumba, which is cheaper? And then also I think we also need to teach or tell people about why it's important to have uh, build build Kenya garments and clothes, maybe in products. So if we are able to support each other, that means we might not need to rely on other people, and then we can also raise our economy. You can also be able to get whatever clothes and accessories or products you need. So I think importance is government policy and consumer awareness.
Okay, I would disagree with you guys kidogo in that personally I see the benefit of secondhand clothes. So
It's two-sided.
yeah, so I don't feel like I would want it to be abolished completely. Honestly, in my mind, I'm thinking of like, why don't we have fashion designers and Kenyan fashion designers? Like, let's have our own high-end industry in Kenya, and we're selling such clothes because honestly, even the cost of production is high. So if you tell people that we're going to give them clothes in exchange for secondhand clothes, will honestly be lying. So I feel like let's create a high end industry where fashion designers are selling high end clothes and someone can save for something. So we get some profit and people get value for their money.
Um, I think I'd look at it two ways because secondhand, my mom sells clothes in Gikomba, so like it kind of puts me in the middle. I'm a design. Yeah, because I remember like when I was going to pay my fees in school, and then someone was asking me, "Ati, see, it has been paid in Gikomba, and you're doing what? You're doing fashion." Yeah, I remember. Yeah, a banker. So I'd look at it this way, in two ways. Like you see, Rwanda, they banned secondhand importations, and like iliwasaidia to improve their economy, especially in the fashion world. So I feel you can, if I'm a designer, I wouldn't ban it, but I'd reduce like the production, the importation. Yeah, yeah,
I would agree with
yeah. And that I also feel like me as a designer, there is a way I can make my own original Kenyan clothing using those ones. Yeah, yeah, recycling, upcycling, that's sustainability. So we are helping the economy and you're helping the environment. So yeah, I'd look at it two ways.
Yeah, I particularly love these shops, pop-up shops that are on Instagram that you see. They upcycle clothes, maybe incorporate maybe an old pair of jeans from Tumba with Ankara or something like that. They really promote our Kenyan fashion, even though they are still using Mtumba. So I think the only way would be maybe to reduce the amount that comes into the country, because sometimes you'll think maybe I should go and order maybe a sweatpants from somewhere, and then you tell yourself, lakini nikienda Mtumba tapata ya 200. So yeah, so I think if that option wasn't there, and I find myself, I like thrifting a lot. So I find myself, you might buy things because they're cheap. They're not clothes that will stand the test of time. As in, that fashion may end, or you may not like it anymore, or you may like, I have ever bought small pairs of shoes. They were Balenciaga and the original, and they were thrifted, and I was like, I can't leave these ones. And they couldn't fit me, but I could not leave them. I just took them. Yeah.
Like it's cheap, it's there. You don't mind buying.
Yeah, so I think if they reduce, then our mindsets will be able to change, and we support our people.
Yeah, I think it all starts with us. Um, you an individual, you as an individual, because okay, it's been imported from these other countries. So if they start with the individuals themselves, like we call them the white man. Okay, the white man, like you don't buy clothes just because you know you have the money. Like right now, like try to look it in the sense that you buy something sustainable, it serves you like a long time, yeah. And then talking about mitumba, I think the way you've just mentioned, like let's look it in two way. In a way, it's advantageous cause it's coming to us Africans as it's like we're reusing. So the white man is not throwing it directly. We're also saving on the environment. I mean, this is a really big topic, and I think that's an advantage to masters, cause me as an undergraduate, mind you, mi sikuwa naona shida na mtumba, but then like come to dig in deep. Masters, like you're told to like dig deep, yeah, research.
But think about it. The problem starts with us as designers because of fast
Yeah,
fashion.
yeah,
So now
and
ultimately we contribute to the whole cycle of Mutumba, and then back again tell people to start buying built for Kenya.
yeah, and then also like us doing a press release like this, we are informing you who will watch the video. Yeah. Anyone who would like to add? I have no more questions, but if you'd like to.
I have a question. I don't know how you will take it or how you will answer it. Last semester, I was really struggling, and someone asked me. They did masters. It's an not elderly per se. Maybe let's say like a parental figure, but they're not my parent exactly. So they asked me, why why are you telling me that you don't have time? You're always very busy. And I did masters, and kwani, what kind of masters are you doing? And do you think there is a difference between other, like I'm sure you've interacted with other master's students, like other courses and fashion, or like practical courses and unpractical courses?
Yeah, I think there is a difference because fashion is a practical course. Like even when it's offered in KU, it's offered like as a full-time course, not a part-time course. Because I have a friend who's doing masters, and it's like a theory course. He takes the classes in the evenings, so in the morning he works. We, like, you see, some of us, we've tried working and doing fashion. The masters, it's been hard. Like I personally had to quit. So I think I won't talk about the mindset. I'll just say it depends on the course. If it's a practical course and needs your time and attention, then yeah.
So I think there's a difference. Like Akina Edmond, someone we were doing the course with, he would work during the day. He literally had like a full-time job that he was doing. But for fashion, it's hard because first of all, it's full-time. Secondly, we have a lot of practical work, which most people don't have. So we still have practical work. Yeah. So it's not the same. It's definitely not the same. Yeah.
I think I would agree with them too, because I think I also work last semester and trying to figure out the schedule between having classes every day and going to work every day. And also, I think the biggest thing would be how motivated are you as a person and what drives you as a person. So if you can organize yourself in such a way that you can work and you can also do your schoolwork, that would be nice. But then I feel like there's so much difference between what we do as a practical course and what others do, because they would afford more time to have more stuff to do, but then us, we can't, because even though you don't have a class, you have so much projects and then cards, research papers to do. So yeah.
This course is just so practical. Like, like every unit is just practical. Like you have to do something practical, a project all the time. So like it's full time. So there's really no time. There's really no time to do anything else. Hata hizo sherehe now. There's no time. So if you can't sherehe, you can't even job. It gets tricky. You try to jipanga, the Noreen has said, but kidogo, yeah, something has to suffer somewhere. So yeah, just focus on something maybe. at a particular time, then because it won't last forever, you see. Yeah, so yeah, it's for a short while, then you'll reap the benefits afterwards.
Okay, and in that case, guys, I just want to appreciate these ladies because even just stealing their 1 hour to come and record this. Hey. So I just want to say thank you so much for your time, for the friendship. Oh my, I think I've built friendship through this class. Yeah. And I think whatever you're doing, you recommend, you tell a friend to tell a friend. But the guys have done their makeup. Are you going to tell your friend? Are you going? So yeah, ni kujengana. So yeah, I think that's it for now. Anyone else who has a question or something? That's all. That's a wrap. And wait, before we wrap this, you tell someone your page, your Instagram page, your YouTube. We have three YouTubers in the house. So yeah, we are sharing our social media handles. You can go check us out, the projects we do. Sometimes we post. Yeah, so for mine it's Anyi.Cynthia everywhere, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Yeah. Fatole Anyi.Cynthia. No underscore. Yeah, it's just a dot. Yeah. I'll see you.
For me, it's just Instagram at the underscore doll underscore matata.
Mine is just also Instagram, Norin Rongo.
So for me, YouTube at Chic with Christ, Instagram at Chic with Christ, and Facebook at Angela Wanjiru.
Niko hapa. Guilty. Hi. So I have 2 pages. There is Miss Kare everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, yeah. And there is Kashik Africa. That's my fashion brand. You can find me everywhere. And this hopefully is my first YouTube channel at Miss Kare.
Mwende Macau on Instagram and Twitter. And I don't remember what I call myself on TikTok, but probably Princess Macau. Yeah. Dialogue box, Sama. Please subscribe to this channel.
It's a wrap, guys. It's a wrap.